Another tip I wanted to share is your technique, especially in the beginning, probably the first 200 or 400 meters of the event start. Your technique's going to be different than it will be in the pool, and you can practice this technique in the pool. What you're going to do is your technique's going to be short and choppy. Due to the nature of the chop in the water, even if it's a calm venue like this, there's going to be churn from all the bodies around you. So whether it's a calm lake swim as you see behind me, or if the wind picks up, may not pick up at the start of your race, but it could pick up during your swim, and just the nature of the bodies, there's going to be different types of waves, different types of turbulence, and you're going to be a little bit shorter and choppier. I like to swim with my head out of the water for the first couple hundred yards. I'm barely putting my face in the water. A lot of times I'm swimming with my head out of the water because I don't want to get kicked. I don't want to get my goggles thrown off. And I know how to swim comfortably with reasonable technique with my head out of the water because I do practice it in the pool. So it's important to practice short, choppy strokes in the pool, practice sighting in the pool where you're practicing with alligator eyes in the pool, you're sighting before you take a breath. Practice different paces in the pool because in the beginning, even if your race plan is to start very slow and controlled and relaxed, by nature of it being a race, you are going to start off faster than you intend to because you're excited and you warmed up and you're all ready to go. And just that excitement of it being race day, you're bound to start off fast. So you should practice starting off some of your pool swims with a little bit of dry land warm-up and then getting in the pool and taking off, because the nature of starting a swim in the pool or an event, open water practice, you're going to start off fast and that's going to create breathlessness. So you want to know what that experience feels like before the event if possible. Again, making sure you warm up, warm up with some arm swings, do some dry land warm-ups on the pool deck, dive in, sprint, see how it feels. Just again, I want to stress the warm-up because I don't want you to hurt your shoulders because you didn't warm up in the water. So practice pacing yourself in the pool or in open water practice before your venue, because after the start, once you start to kind of get some clear water, even if it's a rolling start, you're going to be able to slow your pace down and you're going to be able to swim more relaxed and more at a pace that you're comfortable swimming with. Another thing I wanted to mention is when you're wearing a wetsuit, you don't need to kick at all. Your legs are going to be on top of the water. There's no need to waste energy trying to kick. And another thing is when you sight, you definitely don't want your legs to fall when you sight because it does take energy to get them back up. So making sure you stay on top of the water, use that alligator eye sighting technique, and save your legs, don't kick. If you want to kick a little bit towards the end, just to get that blood pumping at the end of your swim, to get you ready to go from horizontal to vertical and start running to the transition, that's fine. But so many times when I have done open water swim clinics, I see athletes trying to kick wearing a wetsuit, and it's just not providing you any propulsion. It's actually just using more energy. Large muscle groups use more oxygen. It's going to fatigue you, and you really should just save your legs for the bike and the run. And the last thing I wanted to share with you is knowing, especially in the beginning, even if it's a rolling start and people are lining up behind you who potentially may be slower than you, maybe not, you are going to get your toes hit. You are going to get an arm coming over your body. You may bump into someone because you're not sighting frequently enough. You may be going off course. Just know that ahead of time, and again, the best way to overcome that is trying to swim in the pool and practice drafting off other people, or have people practice swimming over you in the pool, not really swimming over you, but swimming really in close proximity with you, so you know what that feels like and you're as best prepared as you can. And like I just mentioned about sighting, it's so important at the start of your open water swim that you sight often. You sight often. You should start every left arm, left arm, sight, right arm, left arm, sight, right arm, left arm, sight. Sight as frequently as you can, which should be every right arm, left arm you sight until you round the first buoy, whatever the course is going to be, so you don't go off course. Because usually once you round the first buoy, the sun's probably going to be out of your eyes. It may be in your eyes, it may not be. That's the benefit of having tinted goggles. But sight frequently so you don't go off course and you don't panic.